Let's start out by taking both pieces of line and laying them next to each other and pull the tag ends a good 6 to 8 inches out. Next, we're going to form a small loop with both pieces of line. We're going to grab the winder and open the cage, slide the loops in, and close the cage. Now both pieces of line should slide freely. So we're going to start with the red tag end and we're going to wrap it. 4 to 5 wrappings should be enough. Once you've done this, place your thumb on it and kind of pull the tag end so it's hanging out forward. In the next step, grab the blue tag end, hang it out the tip, and we have to form a small loop right here. So it's really important that this loop incorporates over the red line and pinch that little loop under your thumb. You want to make sure and pull on that tag end to bring the loop down a little smaller so it's out of your way, but don't cinch it all the way down to the tip because you need to be able to put this piece of line back through it. And I also like to grab the red tag end and fold it underneath my thumb. So if you can get a hold of it and pull it back and free this hand up so that you can use it to clamp the windings on the tip. At this point, we're going to wrap in the opposite direction. I'll place my index finger up here to hold the knot, and we're just going to keep putting wrappings on. You need to take this line and it needs to go back through the loop that was created, and it needs to go through in the opposite direction of the red line. So if you notice, we're going to slide it right under that loop and pull it out. Now from this point, it's really important that you hold on to both tag ends of the line. Whatever you do, don't let go of them. We're going to come over here, open the cage of the winder, slide the tool off, keep hold of both tag ends of line, and slowly start to cinch the knot down. Once you can tell that the tag ends aren't going to fall back through the center loop in the knot, you can let go of them. At this point, you should have a lot of little figure eights, and it's good to moisten the knot. After moistening the knot, I like to twirl my fingers around the line and cinch it down. You'll know you've tied the blood knot correctly if both pieces of line are coming out perpendicular to the other piece of line. So you should have like an X or a cross shape. And we'll start off by grabbing the tip of the tool and making sure the head is tightened all the way in. And then we're going to back it off or loosen it until you see the cross hole, the tag end of your line, and place it into the cross hole about 1/4 of an inch. While holding the tip, tighten the head of the winder, and now your line should be clamped into the tool. Next thing, we're going to take this piece of line, we're going to wrap it halfway around the tip and pull it back up through the fork. Now we're going to wrap it around one time, and then we're going to hold the handle and start rotating the tool just to create nice little wrappings. 6 or 8 of these is about all you need. You want to bring it up here, place your finger on the wrappings. It's really important to keep tension on them, and then I'll put my thumb on the bottom and my other index finger and just pinch everything and hold it together. Now you want to take the tip of your leader and slide it under the wrappings and out through the tip. Get a hold of it and pull it down tight. If you noticed, we just tied a nail knot, but we didn't have our fly line under the wrappings. We're going to just take the line now, our fly line. Don't slide it into the cage, we just want to slide it under the windings and out through the tip. And from this point, make sure you have a good inch or two hanging out the tip. We're going to grab the very first little wrapping and spring it loose off the tip. This will make the whole knot come loose. So now, very slowly, pull on the fly line and the leader and the tool, pulling everything away from each other, and pull it down tight. Once it gets to this point, take the fly line before you do a final tightening and scoot it back so it's close to the end of the line so you waste as little of your fly line as possible. Now take and rotate the winder a couple of times around to hold it down nice and tight, and grab the other piece of the leader attached to the fly line and pull on both ends to tighten it down. And it's okay if it breaks off of the clamped end. We're going to take and cut this tag end off, and you want to cut it all the way up to the knot. And we also want to take our fly line and cut it all the way up to the knot. And there's the nail knot, the finished knot.